What is sure is that the pandemic is going to be used by every government in the world to collect medical data, the new source of information.
I was thinking you were going to say to fund public healthcare systems, which have been gradually defunded on both sides of the Atlantic over a period of decades.
It could be the case, but I think more interestingly, there is going to be pressure from the Chinese government and from other governments to collect medical data of citizens in order to control and to be sure that the disease doesn't spread. And that's very interesting for insurance companies, which in fact use these data for their own purpose.
Mae Wong, is that the dystopian view you take?
Well, I mean, there are two ways to sort of look at whether this crisis strengthens China's authoritarian rule or not. On the negative side, so to speak, is that certainly you have to sort of marvel in a way at how China's used crises like this to sort of increasingly collect more data on its citizens and monitor it. Now they have systems in place that they put in place to monitor citizens under quarantine, which can therefore be extrapolated and used in the future to monitor them for all sorts of reasons, monitor their movements. Now, China is supremely good at this. It is a leader par none in this space. And so you might argue that that has actually helped strengthen Xi Jinping's authority. The other end of it, which is something to think about also, is economically, this has made a big dent in China's growth. Now, when the SARS, coronavirus epidemic happened more than 15, 16 years ago, China was on an upswing. Economically speaking, it was phenomenal growth, primarily in the manufacturing sector. So the recovery from that was really quick. But right now, China has already been facing a lot of economic headwinds in its growth. Its growth has slowed. It's no longer a manufacturing powerhouse. That's not where the future growth comes from. It is demographic issues in terms of having a ready supply of abundant labor because of the falling birth rates. So something like this happening, because of this Chinese government's compact with its people that, you exchange your freedoms in exchange for rampant economic growth, that is questionable now. So this will go forward, and that could be potentially a challenge to his regime. We will have to see which way it goes.